look, if you're a drug dealer and I am, and I move in on your territory, you can't file a complaint in court and bring it to judges like me. You have your thugs beat up my thugs. It just goes on and on.
Connect the dots for me, though, and for everyone who's watching this. Border security, issues with the border and immigration and drugs. I mean, how does that really fix the whole problem?
That's a direct correlation,
Sure.
Of course. Even the head of the DEA said that about 60% of the Mexican drug cartels' gross revenue came from just marijuana alone. And look at it this way, too. Every juvenile gang in our country probably has its chief source of revenue from what? The sale of illegal drugs. So it's directly correlated. And the violence, look, if you're a drug dealer and I am, and I move in on your territory, you can't file a complaint in court and bring it to judges like me. You have your thugs beat up my thugs. It just goes on and on. Ask Mexico, they've lost 60,000 people of violent death, not because of drugs, has nothing to do with drugs. It's all drug money that's caused it. And of course, it's our drug money that's been there.
California's a border state, obviously, borders Mexico. We see a lot of violence over the border, and it affects both sides. It affects Mexico in the sense that many tourists would go over the border and pour tourist dollars into Mexico from California don't go anymore because they're afraid of violence. But it also affects our side of the border as well. Is there anything that California legislators can do outside of this crazy rhetoric on both sides that can actually fix some of these challenges?
Brian, we really can. We should, and I'm involved with this, have an initiative, regulate marijuana like wine. The legislators should pass such an initiative. And by the way, we should regulate hemp just like cotton. I mean, you can get as much of a kick from smoking hemp as you can your shirt. There's just nothing there.
I don't want to smoke this shirt, though. I like it.
Well, okay. It's debatable, but one way or the other. But these are things that really must happen. And even in our Regulate Marijuana Like Wine initiative, we were not able to get on the ballot. But the state attorney general's office said that we in California will save tens of millions of dollars in enforcement costs every year and will generate hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue.
So that won't be on the ballot in 2012.
It will not be.
Possibly in the future.
2014.
2014.
It will be in Colorado and Washington, and of course we as libertarians are stumping for that. But the other thing too, and people need to understand this, as a judge 25 years, I've seen this. We have tens of thousands of people in prison today in California that simply should not be there. Very expensive, separating parents from their children, raising the children then to follow the parents' footsteps into prison. Let's get more serious about that and keep our prisons for people that actually cause violence to others, and those that are property crimes or white-collar crimes even, put them in jail for 30, 60, 90 days, but then put them on strict probation such that they make restitution to their victims. Everybody wins that way.